kind of leaned against the doorway, just kind of looking at us. And I was like, what is going on? He turned around, he walked away, and I got up to follow him through, and there was nobody there. And I was telling my parents about it, and I described him, and my mom's like, hey, check this out. And she shows me a picture of her brother who had passed away a year after I'd been born. And I was like, that was him. That is exactly who I saw standing in my doorway. And she started crying, and I'm like, I didn't mean to say anything terrible. It didn't dawn on me at the time. But as I got older, I started having more and more experiences. And about the time I was in middle school, about a teenager, I got to messing with a Ouija board when I shouldn't have been, doing things I shouldn't have been doing. And I thought it was cool because I was getting all these right answers that I didn't know. I was answering questions I had no idea on the answer. And we had just this crazy experience at our house that I put together in a story, and it's been published in a magazine and this and that. But it progressed from there because my mom's interest in the paranormal was also pretty heightened with the experience we were having in this house. So she started taking me to the local urban legend spots. We've got a couple cemeteries and a Spook Light Hill and all that kind of stuff. And I was doing this and going to these different places, and I was enjoying it. And I thought to myself, I was like, there's got to be a way to do this in a more professional manner, not just as a punk kid sneaking into a graveyard, if you will. And so I started doing investigations with some friends that I had, and just kind of fumbling through the way. And then I got away from it for a little while, and I'll never forget, I was working in Cayuga at a power plant, and my job was to sit in a van and ride back and forth from the top of the hill to the bottom of the hill and transport people. And I had plenty of free time, so I was scrolling through my phone, and I told the guy I was driving, I was like, I'm gonna start ordering some investigation equipment. I'll get back into paranormal investigation. And it wasn't 10 minutes after I got that out of my mouth, and Lee sent me a message on Facebook and was like, hey, I'm going to put rural Indiana and paranormal back together. Are you in? And I'm like, oh, funny you should say that. I just got an email. My equipment to be here Tuesday.
Right.
And we got into, like Lee had mentioned before, he and I have known each other since the early 2000s. And as long as we've known each other, I'd probably had 3 or 4, maybe 5 interactions with Michelle, because all the fun stuff we got to do, she was not a part of because of her career at the time. And he's like, Michelle's career path has changed. She's going to be a part of the team. And I'm like, cool. I knew if she tolerated Lee, maybe hopefully she'd tolerate me too. But, so we got together for some meetings and went on some investigations and stuff, and it just clicked. It synced right up, and we've been having fun with it and helping people all at the same time. And Michelle got into the cleansing and the protection, and honestly, as long as I've been doing this, that wasn't a real concern, I guess, because everybody in my family says I'm the one that's haunted, not the houses, not the places I go to and this and that. So it's kind of the norm for me. And so she's like, we need to really start thinking about protecting ourselves and cleansing. And I'm like, I probably should have done that years ago. But I come home from an investigation. Huh?
Hindsight.
Yeah, hindsight, yeah. So we come home from an investigation one weekend, and it's on a Sunday, and I'm in the kitchen talking to my wife, and she's cooking up lunch, and we're just having a normal conversation. And my daughter, who at the time was maybe 4 or 5, she comes in the kitchen. She's got a puzzled look on her face. I'm like, what's wrong, baby? And she says, Daddy, there was a little boy sitting on the edge of my bed, and I can't find him now. And I was like, well, we should probably get into this cleansing thing a little bit deeper.
Yes.
It's really, honestly, mine's kind of storybook. It's it's just kind of always been a part of who I am. And, you know, by chance running into Lee, helping with the haunted houses. And then we've done some other stuff together. He put together like a social group for the people that run haunted houses. And then we've done some haunted trails. And, you know, every time we put things together, we always pick some kind of a foundation to give the money to, just because we enjoy what we're doing, just out there scaring people. So it clicked right up, and we've had a good time with it. And I'm excited for the upcoming year, because I know 2019 is going to be our biggest year yet.
That's going to be awesome, dude. We're going to have a great year this year. I'm telling you that.
Absolutely.
I can already feel it. I can feel it already.
Well, I have no doubt that y'all are going to be doing
We hope you all are on board with us, too. I'm sorry, say again?
I said I have no doubt.
What was that again?
I said I have no doubt. Because
we appreciate that, too.
Well, like I said, we have not investigated together, but we have had some in-depth conversations, and I enjoy that. I'm really happy that y'all are bringing the radio show back, because that is a huge deal. It's a wonderful deal.
Absolutely, yeah.
Y'all do a great job with that.
Yeah.
And
it's going to be better. It's going to be better. I'm telling you, this reboot is going to be, it's going to be awesome.
Well, I love what you show me about it so far. I think it's
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the coconuts and whatever it was, yeah.
All of it, yeah.
All of it. Okay, yeah.
I'm really proud for you.
I appreciate that. We appreciate that.
We are going to have to take this last break. It's 2 minutes. And when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about your cryptid interests. Because you're all about that too.
Well, we have buddies.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay.
But we will be right back.
All right.
All right.
You are listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting, Birmingham, Alabama.
Thank you for listening to WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. The time is 45 minutes after the hour. Welcome back to Paranormal Experienced Radio with my guests, the Dead Zone Radio Show people. Michelle and Lee Poye and Dustn Coffey. And I am
Hello.
so glad that y'all are here. I know that this is going a little later than normal, but thanks for hanging with me. We have had a little bit of an exciting evening. Paranormal and live radio is never, ever, ever boring.
a little bit, yeah. Man, like I said, this happens to us all the time. I mean, it's just a thing with us. We expect it.
Well,
if something doesn't go wrong, then
sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Lee, since we started getting involved with, or since we started Dead Zone, Lee has been screaming for a live show.
Right.
He absolutely loves the fact of a live show, and we always joked about not being able to do a live show because originally Dead Zone was on a local radio channel here on the FM frequency, and we were like, no, man, our language is way too vulgar for FM radio. But truth be told, I'm not sure we could get a live show to go off the ground with all the technical difficulties we encounter.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Don't you think, though, that it is sometimes the subject matter?
Absolutely. You want to take that one?
I do.
Yeah, Michelle can't get close to a computer without crashing it. I'm afraid that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
When we first started doing Dead Zone, it went from a 1 hour show to a 2 hour show. But originally when we were doing a 1 hour show, there were nights it would take us 5 and 6 hours to record that 1 hour show.
Yes.
Because of our technical difficulties.
Yeah. In a radio station studio. Not sitting here at my desk.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Michelle.
So
you wanna expand on that little problem you had with electricity?
Well, I electronics and I don't seem to get along sometimes. And if I am upset, then it's really going to be a problem. The angrier I get, the worse the problems get. There's been many times that I sit on the computer, and if I'm standing there and I'm irritated about something and he can't get on the computer, it won't connect, or it's just acting really weird, it freezes up. All I have to do
I will be working on a design in the office, which I don't do very, very often because it's a terrible connection. But I'll be just working on a design on software. Everything's fine. She'll walk into the office, and the computer locks up. Now, what's up with that?
That must be when she thinks you've been doing that long enough, Lee.
I guess so, maybe. I don't know.
Hey, Michelle, I love investigating with you, but I don't really need you showing up on a construction site when I'm trying to run a saw.
All right.
I haven't ever had anything like that happen. It's just a computer, and my phone has started doing it here recently. Where if I'm upset, my phone won't do anything. Like if I try to go on Facebook or something, it's just a blank page. Nothing will show up. I have to lay the phone down, and then it just, as soon as I lay it down, poof, it's right there.
Kat just shared with me a little bit earlier. That she goes through watches like nobody's business. So I mean, you guys have something in common there too.
The batteries.
Well, it's the batteries. It's the batteries, and I do that also with other electronics. In fact, when I decided that I really wanted an Apple Watch, I was like, oh, do I really want an Apple Watch? So you buy the Apple Care and you hope for the best, and then somebody steals it out of your suitcase at the airport. So,
man.
Wow. Yeah. When I was coming back from Key West after my fall, I saw it in my suitcase when David was closing it to bring me home. And when we got home, I was like, will you please get my watch out? Because, something normal to happen would be great. And it was gone. And I was so devastated. Yeah. And so, at least I didn't kill that one. So that's a plus.
Man.
But, but I do. I kill watches. That's why people would give me nice watches. And I would just have to, and I do not kill the little $12 watches from Walmart.